it's Robin. This summer would have been my third summer as crafts director at Camp Misquah, and since we can't get together in person, this is my way of sending some of the Misquah fun your way. Every month, I'm going to be picking a new theme, and once a week I'll post a tutorial on how to make crafts that follow that theme. I'll do my best to pick simple materials so that they'll be easy for you to find, or you might even already have them at home. Our first theme is going to be camp, because I'm missing camp a lot right now, and I'm sure you all are too. I thought this would be a fun way to get things started and maybe cheer ourselves up a little bit. We're going to do 2 campfire crafts this week, so you can make one of these to have at home while you tune into our virtual campfires. The first campfire is a 3D paper campfire, and the second is a glowing LED and tissue paper campfire. But enough talking, let's get to the crafts.
For this craft, you will need red, orange, and yellow construction paper, 2 pieces each, 5 toilet paper rolls, or some brown construction paper to make rolls, a pie plate, glue, hot glue or white glue will work, scissors, and a ruler. To turn your brown construction paper into replacements for any missing toilet paper rolls, you're going to take your brown construction paper and you're going to fold it in half lengthwise, or like a hot dog. Then you're going to fold it in half the other way.
Then unfold your paper and cut along every single crease. Then you're going to take each square and you're going to roll it up like this. Make sure that you take your glue and you're going to put a line of glue along the edge. And roll it down over top. So now you have a replacement for the toilet paper tubes.
If you're making your rolls using white glue instead of hot glue, you're just going to do exactly the same thing. The only difference may be that you're going to have to hold the tube in place while the glue sets a little bit longer, just because it takes longer for white glue to dry. You'll repeat this process until you have 5 tubes.
You're going to take one of your toilet paper tubes and you're going to cut out a cross shape along the center of it. This is going to be easiest if you slightly flatten one edge of your toilet paper tube and cut it with the scissors. Then you can put your scissors inside and extend the cut. Then from that middle position, you're going to cut out to the sides. Next, take your pie plate and you're going to place a line of glue right down the middle, just about the length of your toilet paper tube. Then, keeping the cross cut up, you're going to place the toilet paper tube onto the glue and hold it there for a second so it can really set in. Then, put it over to the side to dry.
Next, you're going to take your yellow paper and using a ruler, you're going to draw 2 marks 16 centimeters apart. Then going from the top, you're going to go down 4 centimeters and make another mark, and 4 centimeters down from that, make a mark at the 8 centimeters. Draw a line connecting the top 2 marks together and another line connecting the bottom 2 marks together. Then you're going to draw a flame shape around these lines. So starting at the bottom mark, you work your way up so that the top of the flame reaches the top mark, and then going out and back down the other side, back to the bottom mark. Then cut out your flame. Once your flame is cut out, you're going to cut along the lines drawn. So up from the bottom and then down from the top, but make sure you leave the middle section connected. Then you're going to fold your flame in half along the line created by the slits. Take your second yellow paper and repeat the entire process.
Next, you take your orange paper. Again, you're going to draw 2 marks 16 centimeters apart. Then you're going to make 1 mark 4 centimeters down from the top one. Then draw a mark connecting the bottom 2 marks. Then you're going to draw your flame shape around. Again, you should make your flames reach the top of the mark, and then again your flames should come to the bottom mark.
Then cut out your flame.
Then you're going to cut all the way up until the end of your line. Make sure the top part is still attached, and then fold in half along the crease.
Take your second orange paper and repeat the process to make a second orange flame.
Now it's time to do the red sheets. These ones are going to be slightly different from each other. The first one, you're going to measure your 2 marks 20 centimeters away from each other. Then you're going to mark the exact middle at 10 centimeters. You're going to go from the bottom and draw up to the middle mark. Then draw your flames around that, starting at the bottom mark, flames going all the way up to the top mark, and back down the other side.
Then cut out your flame.
Then cut up the slit and fold in half. And now for the second red one. Going to draw your two marks 20 centimeters apart and mark the middle mark at 10 centimeters. This time though, start at the top mark and draw down to the middle. Then draw your flames starting at the bottom mark, working all the way up to that top mark. And back down to the bottom.
Then cut out your flame.
Then you're going to cut from the top line down.
To widen your slits, you're going to cut up along the side of the slit you just made, and then fold that slit up and snip it off. Then do the same thing up the other side of the slit. Fold it up and snip it off.
So now there should be a little bit more space between the two sides at the top. Fold along that line.
Now you should have 2 flames in each color.
Then you're going to take one orange and one yellow flame. You're going to slide your orange flame over top of your yellow flame so the attached part of the orange flame sits inside the top slit of the yellow flame. Fold it over and then put it to the side. Repeat with your other orange and yellow flame. Fold it up, put it to the side. Then take your red flame that has the slit in the top, and you're going to take one of your orange and yellows, and with the open slit at the bottom, slide it into the space at the top of your red flame. Then fold both orange and yellows over the same side of the red. So it's folded over one side and you have one side free. Then you're going to repeat this step with your other orange and yellow. Slide it over top and fold it out over top. Now you should have orange and yellow on both sides of your red flame. Next, you're going to take your red flame with the slit in the bottom, and you're going to slide the bottom slit into the top slit. Have it come sticking out the middle, and then let your orange and yellow flames open up. Bring back your pie plate. You're going to take your flames, and using the bottom piece of red that's solid, you're going to slide it into one of the creases or slits in the toilet paper tube. Then, rotating your red flames so that they are perpendicular or making right angle triangles with the other red flame, you're going to slide them into the other slit. If your flames are flat, you can adjust them, make them look a little more 3D. Then you can take the rest of your toilet paper tubes or cardboard tubes, and you're going to fill them in so that you can add kindling to your fire pit.
And this is what the final product of your 3D paper campfire should look like. For this craft, you will need red, orange, and yellow tissue paper, brown construction paper, a clear plastic cup, an LED tea light candle, some clear glue or white liquid glue, and some scissors. Start by folding your tissue paper into large squares and cutting all the edges so it's just loose squares of tissue paper stacked on top of each other. Then cut your squares of tissue paper into long strips. Then you will cut your strips into smaller squares. Repeat this process for all your pieces of tissue paper. Then you will take your clear plastic cup and your clear glue. I am going to open it up and paint it on, but you can also just squeeze it on like you normally would glue. You're going to cover one section of the cup with your glue. Then you're going to take a piece of tissue paper, crinkle it up into a little ball, and then you will put it in the glue. You're going to repeat this with several pieces of tissue paper, and you're going to do this until you fill the entire section that's covered with glue. Once that section is full, you're going to put glue on a new section and then fill it with tissue paper as well. Continue this all the way around the cup until the entire cup is covered. Once you've done all the way around the cup, don't forget to do the top as well. Once your cup is completely covered, you'll need to let it dry for quite a while, maybe even up to a couple of hours.
Next, you're going to take your construction paper and you're going to fold it in half, hot dog style. And then you're going to fold it in half again.
Then, cut along the folds to create strips of brown construction paper.
Then one at a time, you'll glue them into place. Then let it dry.
Once all your pieces are dry, place a tea light on top of the construction paper and your paper cup on top of that. Make sure you don't glue any of these pieces together because you need to be able to lift the cup up so you can get to the tea light to turn it on and off. When your tea light is on, you should be able to see your campfire glow. This is how your final product should look. And that concludes today's tutorials. I hope you had fun following along and making your own campfires. If you made one of these crafts and would like to share it with us, please send us a picture of your craft at the email on the screen, and we will feature it in one of our following videos.